Hey, what's up guys, Cagt here. Now, as you guys already know, I've been talking about making a movement guide for Mac Nation for a long time, and I haven't really had the time to really work on it due to school reasons, but I finally have decided to sit down and make this video for you guys and really go over every single movement option that Little Mac has to offer and how to use each one of them specifically. Now, one thing to remember is that all the movement that I will go over in this video, you should not be spamming all of this in a match. Like, you shouldn't be using every single one of these movement options at all times, you know. These are all, I mean, of course there are going to be some movement options that are more important than others, but most of these movement options are very situational. And there's maybe only like 2 or 3 types of movement that Little Mac really needs to use during a match. And I'll go over everything, of course, during the video. But as more of like a preface to everything, I'll put up on the screen kind of a list of all the different movement options that we'll go over. Just to give you guys a basic overview, there are really 3 types of movement that Mac utilizes during the match. Walking, dashing, and rolling. And of course that's very simple and, like, you know, very basic. But I'm gonna go over all the different types of walking, all the different types of dashing, and the few types of rolls that Little Mac has, how to use each one during a match, what can you do off of those movement options, etc, etc. So without further ado, let's get to everything. Now, the first type of movement that Little Mac has is walking. Walking is probably the best and most optimal type of movement that Mac can offer. Why? Because you can do literally everything off of it. And I know, like, you know, you guys will often see on Twitter like a bunch of shit about, you know, oh, you know, Smash 4 players need to walk more, oh, walking's OP, this and that. But, like, they're not kidding. Like, walking is actually a really fucking broken option. And especially with Mac, because as you guys know, like, Mac relies on walk. Like, Mac's options are very quick, do a lot of damage, etc, etc, etc. The thing is, out of dashing, you can't get as many of those options, whereas with walking, you can literally, and I mean this literally, get every possible option you want. The thing is, there are different types of walks, and each of them have their own uses and whatnot. So there are really 3 types of walk. There's the slow walk, the kind of, I guess, the average walk, the medium, we'll call it like the medium walk, like in terms of speed, and then there's the fast walk. The slow walk is this, and there's a very clear difference because you can tell, like, Mac, again, very slowly moving towards his opponent. You're not really gaining much. Like, it's not very quick, of course. Like, you'll take a long ass time to get from one side to the other, and it's probably the safest way to approach because you're barely committing to anything. And you really have time to kind of plan out your approaches and really like micro space like your tilts and such. Really, this is really just something, like, again, like I said, this is micro spacing. This is like if your opponent, like, was like a smash or something and you need to get in position, but you're like just barely out of position, like you'll just like slowly walk and then like do your punish. So like it's again, it's literally just micro spacing because it's so, the speed is so tiny and the distance is so small that you're not really gonna be like using this as your main like movement option. So like really, and you again, you do this by just like very slightly tilting your control stick, and you'll notice he's slow walking because of the stance, and that's actually something you notice with Little Mac is just the way he's walking. He has like a different animation for each, and you can tell this is a slow walk. Little Mac's average walk, or his medium walk, is the following, and you see he's kind of like kind of like trotting with his legs, just like that. Like he's kind of moving like not too not too slow, but not too fast either. Yeah, this is his medium walk. This is a walk that you'll use like more often. Again, it's a little bit faster than his slow walk, but not quite, you know, his fast walk, which is you'll see in a second. Well, actually, you kind of saw, but yeah. This is more of an approach tool. Of course, you can use this to like better space your moves. But like you'll use it a little bit more often. It's a little tricky to input. because it's right in between his slow walk and his fast walk. So it might be a little tricky to use, but it's definitely something that's very, very useful to do. And I definitely recommend you guys practice it, because last but not least, we have his fast walk, which, I mean, everyone pretty much knows, and this is the general recognized type of movement with Little Mac. This is probably his best movement option, I think, out of the slow and at medium walk, because it's decent. His walk is actually pretty fast when you think about it. It's not super super fast, but it's pretty fast. And again, while walking, you can literally just if you have the C6 set to smash, I can't really show you, but you won't be able to do this. But if you have it set to tilts or attack, you can literally fast walk to your opponent and then instantly down tilt. It instantly stops his momentum, and you can just start spamming moves. Or you can, again, walk up, F tilt. That's it. You want to up tilt? Okay, do that. You can literally just walk up, walk up and do any tilt in any direction whatsoever. You can, if you want, you can, let's say your opponent's chasing you, you just walk away from them, instantly F tilt in the other direction with the C stick. And you can do it with the control stick too. It's a lot easier to do with the C stick. Again, this is a godlike movement. This is you literally will use this for everything. If you're neutral, your opponent feeling your opponent out, feeling out, when to go in, just walk back and forth. Literally, just mix up your walks. Maybe you can if you want to kind of bait your opponent into attacking you, you can slowly walk in, and then when you see him go for a grab, you can dash back and then come in with a dash attack or something. Or walk for example, you can walk towards him. Let's see. Sorry. Walk towards him. Stutter step, step back, F smash, stuff like that. It's super versatile, really. Again, fast walk into tilts, fast walk into up smash, fast walk, F smash. You can use fast walk, side B, fast walk, up B. It's such a good movement. Even fast walk counter. It's just everything. Even other movements, you can walk, shield. Oh, this is also really important. When you're approaching your opponent, if you run and then try to shield, there's gonna be lag. There's an input, a small lag, because Little Mac has to stop and then shield. But if you just walk and shield, instant, literally instant. So let's say you're fighting Link, let's say you're fighting Robin, any heavy zoning projectile character. Just fast walk towards them, perfect shield, and do your tilts. That, it's that easy. It's I'm saying all this all these positive things, but this is really your main tool for approaching and for moving around with Little Mac. Now, this next option isn't necessarily walking, and it's not necessarily dashing either. But it's something that is absolutely vital to know with Little Mac, and I mean this, you have to know how to use this, and that's perfect pivoting. Perfect pivots are Little Mac's perfect pivot is top 5 in the game, easily. I don't know if it's top, I don't think it's the best perfect pivot in terms of distance, because there's Captain Falcons, there's Foxes, Diddy's is pretty good too. There's a bunch of them, but this is absolutely necessary. And the reason why I said this is necessary is because this really expands Little Mac's options to a whole nother degree. Again, walk, perfect pivot, fast walk to your opponent, perfect pivot up tilt. Walk away from your opponent. Sorry, walk away from your opponent. Fuck, I can't do it. Walk away from your opponent. Perfect pivot. Walk away from your opponent. Walk away from your opponent. Perfect down tilt. Super, super good. And there's a couple options that you can do with perfect pivots. Let's say if you're doing a combo, let's take Mario right here. There's down tilt, down tilt. Oh shit! All right, down tilt, up smash. Or you can do that's a basic combo. You can a basic thing you can do at 0. Or what people do, they do down tilt, side B. And that's cool, that's 30%, great, whatever. But here's something you can do instead. Oh, shit, sorry. Down tilt, perfect pivot, up tilt, up smash. 41%. Right there. That's 11 more percent than simply doing down tilt side B. Or, you know, again, if you're approaching your opponent, you can, you know, walk up. Shit, right, sorry about that. 45%. You can literally walk in, perfect pivot, up tilt, up angle, up smash, up B. Like, now, the second type of movement option we will go over, and this is probably the most popular type of movement that you've seen from Little Max around the world, is dashing, running, foxtrotting, all that fancy stuff. Again, this is like probably the most basic thing that Little Max will do. A lot of Max will think, hey, I'm a fast character and I do lots of stupid damage, so I'm just gonna blindly run into my opponent, right? That doesn't quite work like that. We don't really do that in Mac Nation. Like, we really don't want to do that. Now there are a lot of really useful good uses of like the different types of dashing, and I'm gonna go over everything because it's not just holding the control stick in one direction, being all like fast like Sonic. Like, no, that's not how it works. Okay, there's a lot of different advanced tech for dashing, and a lot of things you can do off them, so let's go over everything. The first thing you need to know about Little Max, like dashing and running and shit, is usually when you only want to run, like literally straight run, if you're looking to dash attack or if you're looking to up smash. Otherwise, like it's basically like as like an approach. Like if you see, like, if let's say your opponent's like keep short hop, like, okay, let's put it like, if you see your opponent like keep hopping or short hopping and you want to call it out, then you can run in for a dash attack. Or if that kill percent, then you can run in for an up smash. Like, that's fine. That you can run in for. Otherwise, if it's not that situation, or if not, that's not the intent of your character of the match, you should really not be doing that. Instead, what you should be doing is you should be foxtrotting. And the reason I say this is because foxtrotting is Little Max Foxtrot is super good. Like, actually though, it is mad good. It leads into all this advanced tech, which I'm about to go over right now. Why is foxtrotting good? Because first of all, look at his foxtrot. Look at his foxtrot. Look how good that is. That's quick, goes far, kind of slides forward. Like, look at that. Look how good that is. Of course, you don't just want to like be doing like this. You just want to do that. Like, you approach with foxtrots. Is it faster? And not only is it faster than running because you keep getting that like initial boost of speed, but it's also a lot easier to control. Like, you can control, again, see, I can control my foxtrots, and this is actually the next tech I want to talk about, is dash dancing. There's dash dancing like this, but then there's then there's foxtrotting. I think this is the actual dash dance. This is like the closest dash dance in terms of like melee. Like, if you look at melee gameplay, you'll see like players do this. This is pretty good for Mac. But the thing is, a lot of Macs will kind of use this like in neutral, like you can see here. They'll just like blindly dash dance around, and then they'll get dash attacked or grab or something. You don't want to do that. You don't want to like just blindly dash. You don't want to blindly foxtrot, like dash trot or foxtrot dash dancing, whatever you want to call it. You don't want to do that in neutral, just like that. You want to use it as a bait. So like, let's say you're neutral, kind of like dance in front of your opponent, not like right in front of their faces, but like kind of near them, and then once they come in for like an attack or they whiff a punish, then you run in again and then do your thing. See that? See what I did right there? See? Imagine like Mario whiffed like an F smash, and then I came in and I got that. Like, that's the kind of thing you can do with dance trotting. Let's call it dance trotting for now, I guess. Again, don't use it in neutral. use it as like a bait. You know, it's again that's what you want to use it for mainly. But one thing you can do out of this dance trotting is you can actually pivot out of it. You can do again like this, like you just foxtrot forward, perfect pivot. That easy, like literally that easy. Like you input a foxtrot, and then input and then input a perfect pivot, like that. It's really this is like one of Mac's like best approach tools. It's like foxtrot forward, perfect pivot, up tilt. Super good. You know, you can get foxtrot, perfect pivot, down tilt, foxtrot, perfect pivot, up tilt, foxtrot, F tilt, foxtrot, foxtrot, perfect pivot, F tilt. And that's another like great approach tool. Like look how this is where Mario is, and then let's say I'm right here, like that. If you don't necessarily want to do foxtrot, perfect pivot, up tilt, you can do foxtrot, perfect pivot, F tilt. That's like another like. Look at that, like just from here. Like if you just look at the logo in the middle, it almost goes the entire length of the logo on Omega Boxing Ring. It's really that good. And you can actually mix the timing of the perfect pivot, so you can do it right after the foxtrot, or you can actually wait like a few more frames and then do the perfect pivot. Again, don't wait too long. And of course, out of your dash dancing, you can of course like roll out of it. So let's bring Mario closer to the middle. You know, you're dancing around him, kind of like, you know, woohoo, blah blah blah. Boom. Just like that. Cross them up. You know, you can cross them up like manually with your dash dancing. Just like that, you know. Dance all around him, or if you don't want to do that, you can roll behind him and then start your combo. And even if like you're just if you're like dash dancing around trying to like bait him, and you see him coming for like a dash attack, and you don't think you'll be able to foxtrot away in time, you know, if you're not able to like dash dance away in time, you can instantly roll back or roll forward. Just like that. Again, mix up. Like all these options work like so well together that you can really mix and match and do like have your own like little like movement style. It's really insane. Mac's got so many movement options, man. You guys should really use everything. Now, I know Little Macs aren't very fond of the grab button. As you guys know, like it's very rare to see like Macs like go for grabs, and his grab is pretty bad. Like when you look at it up close, you know, like alright, I was in grab range there, cool. Like look at this. Look, that's it's not a great grab, right? So there's actually a way to make it a lot better. And that, my friends, is with a boost grab. And the way a boost grab works is you basically dash forward and then shield grab. And like look how like you can dash grab like that and have a ton of lag, but then you can just boost grab. It like almost instantly teleports you forward, and then can really help like close out the gap. Just like that. So again, going back to dash dancing, you're dash dancing around, you know, doing your quick pivots or whatever. Boom. You know, you're within range of your opponent, and let's say he's expecting like a dash attack or something. Boom, grab. let's say he's at kill percent, holding shield. Fuck. He's at kill percent, holding shield. You can just come in, boost grab him, up B. Done. GG. Again, it's a dash canceled shield grab. Or Foxtrot cancel. I guess you Foxtrot forward, shield, and instant grab. Furthermore, along in this little Foxtrotting adventure, you can actually cancel, like kind of sort of cancel your Foxtrot into an F smash. We call this a stutter step F smash. Like that. Again, Foxtrot forward, F smash. There are two ways to do this. You can either like that. You can do it like with the control stick. It's kind of tough to do because you have to really like learn the timing. Or I don't have this set up on my controls right now, but one thing you can also do that I know like J.A.P.A.N uses is uses A and B together to cancel the Foxtrot into a smash. I believe he made a video on it. So that, I'll try to find it and link it below. But that's another option you can do out of your Foxtrot, like that. So that you can be like pivot it around. Boom. Finally, the last movement tech I want to go over in relation to dashing is one that's like Foxtrotting and shit, is actually a pretty underutilized one, and not one that not a lot of Macs know, because unfortunately it didn't get a lot of traction, and that is called momentum pivoting. Momentum pivoting is basically Foxtrotting forward and then instantly stopping in that direction, like stopping all the momentum and then being able to input anything. So let me show you what it is. I can't do it like quite well towards the right yet, but I can do it like somewhat well from to the left. And basically what it is as you can see, like Mac is like dashing forward and then instantly stopping. Yeah, momentum pivots are probably like Little Mac's like hardest tech to utilize and master on the ground, like hardest like movement tech. But this is something that I'm personally looking into. I'll probably talk to Senpai more about it. But again, this is one of his options. If you watch J.A.P.A.N, he can also do it very well. So. Finally, the last movement option that we'll go over with Mac is rolling, and rolling is another one of his more like popular like for glory options. Like you'll because Mac's roll is like really good, you'll see a lot of Macs kind of like spamming around, and you don't want to do that. Like again, rolling is something that you should be doing very sparingly. It's not something that you should be spamming, because then again it becomes easily readable. It doesn't really allow you to utilize many of Mac's options, and you'll get punished for it during a match. Nonetheless, it's still something very good to know, and something very good to do again. So there's three types of rolls. There is your forward roll, which is like goes pretty far. There's your back roll, which goes decently far. And then finally there's the third type of roll that I went over in my other. In one of my earlier videos, which is called boost rolling, which you can either do by doing like a perfect pivot roll, or you can do it like input a perfect shield into a roll, or what a lot of people pointed out is you can actually just another way of doing it is you can dash forward and then instantly It's like a dash cancel rule also. It's an easier like some people find it easier to do like a dash cancel roll. Other people would rather do a perk pivot roll. It really depends. I'd rather do perk pivot like a perk pivot roll. But you can also do a dash cancel roll. And again, all three of these rolls, it really depends if you can use it to like run like Foxtrot forward, roll back, Foxtrot forward, roll behind your opponent. Do a little combo right here. Dash cancel roll. Anyway, guys, that'll be all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Again, I've been meaning to do this for a long time, and I'm sorry I couldn't put this out earlier, but now it's out, it's done, it's out to the public, all the information's there. Hopefully this will help a lot of you Macs improve the game, and hopefully non-Mac players will learn something about more stuff about the Mac as well. I'll have all my social media on the screen as well as in the description. Feel free to give me a follow both on Twitch and Twitter, and yeah, I'll be making more guides in the future when I have time. Probably just talking about stuff on Twitter, and if you guys want to suggest something you guys want me to make a video about, definitely let me know, and I'll work on it. Alright guys, take it easy.